let us take I'll simplify the question. I am pious by nature. You can record now. I am pious by nature. I do different types of puja and sahasranama and many other activities which I feel is good. But many times I feel many times I feel some negative force, some experience of negative force. Okay, the question is why it is there, even though I'm pious by nature. Pious satvika. Question is that pious by nature. So why is the right? So the answer for that is English, okay, no? Or Kannada? English. See, our ancestors have made several systems, what you call culture, which involves different types of puja, different types of samskaras, different worships, and japa, chanting, and all those things. Okay. Now, many of these things we have imbibed by family, by society, by circumstance. Right? We have imbibed, and these are all called what is called samskara building. Means they build good culture, good qualities in you. Okay. So now, many of these samskaras have come to you. Understand? In the sense, it has come to you because of your parents, because of the society, because of guru. It has come to you. Now we have been following that, and it definitely brings some goodness or confidence, peace in us. But over a period of time, these samskaras, we don't know why we are doing what. Okay. So what I am saying that when the rishis or somebody made that samskara, they had some jnana about it. Jnana part is not there. Only ritual part remains. Okay. The essence of why we do what, that is gone. We know what to do. So then what happens? It becomes any samskara without the essential jnana, okay, ultimately leaves some traces of question marks within us, because the mind is not completely.
Actually, at present, I'm feeling knowledgeable person. I'm feeling this another.
Correct.
But parallelly, it is working a friction time.
So I'm telling you, I know exactly what's happening with you, right? So what is happening within you is that there's a ritual, there is a culture. Okay, the jnana aspect of the culture and jnana aspect of ritual somewhere is incomplete or partial. Okay, when it's incomplete or partial, the gap develops. The negative part of the mind starts operating in that gap. Okay, because mind has positive qualities and negative qualities. Now this negative part of the mind, whatever negative part means, I'm not saying mind is negative. That's also part of our upbringing. So that starts surfacing and throwing out all these challenges, questions, and fear, which are generally not warranted. Okay. So anything we do in life has to be with the best possible jnana and fullest wisdom, so that every single thing what we do has to come out of the clarity. So then what happens? There is no doubt about anything. So for example, you told about Ganeshji, right? So Ganeshji, or even Subramanya, okay, they are all, we worship them. Okay. Now there is a deeper and deeper understanding about Ganesha. There is a deeper and deeper understanding of Subramanya. So when the deeper understanding is not there, we are at our worship and the ritual is at the superficial level. Okay, it's at the what to do. Okay, why to do is missing. If I don't do something, then I feel uncomfortable because it's a part of my culture. Why to do, not in the sense of why to do the worship, but about the deeper jnana about Ganesha, about deeper jnana about Subramanya, that somewhere will be missing. So now what will happen? In that absence of jnana, the mind throws up certain challenges. That is the nature of the mind. It's called samshaya. So this samshaya gets blown up into some sort of negative feeling or negative thoughts. Negative thoughts will pop up.
But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ?
Hmm.
Why to do it, why not to do it ಅಂತ ನಾನು ತಗೊಳಲ್ಲ. Because ಹಿರಿಯವರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, we have to.
I'm not speaking of that why to. I'm not speaking whether we should do it or not. I'm speaking of the everything has a deeper and deeper meaning. The deeper meaning, when it gets when you don't go into that, it becomes surface level. I mean, I'll give you example. Simple. Okay, somebody goes to the doctor. Okay, then doctor says you have diabetes. Don't eat banana. Okay, he doesn't understand why he don't eat banana. But doctor says he's faithfully follows. But then okay, he'll have a question. Okay, diabetes means sugar. I should not eat sugar. I can eat banana. What is the problem? Banana is like that. There is a gap in knowledge, gap in understanding. So that gap in understanding causes either question mark or it can create some negative feelings. This is the essence of what you are today. Okay, typically what happened, I'll tell you. Typically, really, the situation, how a person proceeds in Adhyatma. So Vedas have something called Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda involves a lot of various types of rituals, yajnas, homas, havanas. You have done many of them, right? There are a lot of ways of worshipping God. That's called Karma Kanda. Now, some of them Karma Kanda you follow, like for example, you did Atirudra Mahayajna, or some of these are proper Vedic Karma Kanda, proper Vedic. Whereas something we do Puranic. This is not Vedic but Puranic. For example, you do Ganesha Puja or Subramanya. So some of them are not Vedic but Puranic, which is later part. Okay. These are all what we fall into as called Karma Kanda. Now, Karma Kanda has a prescribed way of doing it, prescribed understanding, and prescribed system of doing it, and prescribed phala also. Each of them has a phala also. So, typically, the Karma Kanda in Purushartha, when we do our life, has 4 Purusharthas: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Okay. So, out of this, Kama is or desire is common for everybody. Okay, for which we need artha, money, and then we follow a dharmic way of living. So many of these karma kanda, either Vedic or Puranic, they follow into dharma, artha, kama. So that's why when you do sankalpa, okay, when you sankalpa do for pujas, what you do? Mama ishta kamyartha siddhyartham. That means some desire has to be fulfilled. So this is all what you call Kamya karma. It comes in the category of Kamya karma, and there are rituals. In ancient time also, what happens is that the person performs the rituals when he's in Grahastha. That time he focuses on his life and he says he has some desire, he'll perform that. That's called Karma Kanda. But gradually, he'll start contemplating on what is that? What is this puja about? What is, let's say, Ganesha is about? What is Subramanya is about? Okay, so he starts going into that detail. That sort of contemplation starts from a ritual. Person starts going to contemplation. Now external part reduces and internal part starts opening up. Otherwise, puja is some external interactions are required outside. So outside interaction, there is a lot of societal aspect coming into picture. So you involve people in the puja. Okay, so family members join. But then gradually start from outer to inner journey starts. Then the outer, whatever I am doing, the symbolic aspect of that, it's many of them outer, what we do is outer is symbolic. That symbol you start understanding deep inside. From outer, the inner journey has started. Right? For example, I mean, just give an example. We do Panchamrita Abhisheka. Okay? So we do faithfully every day. But we never think what is Panchamrita is all about. But when the contemplation starts, the Panchamrita starts to takes a different meaning. Amrita means something which gives you, purifies you. Amrita is what you call nectar. right, which makes you immortal. How can this make me immortal? Okay, I'm offering milk, I'm offering ghee, I'm offering honey, I'm offering sugar, and I'm offering what else? Curds, right? So now, a external doing, you start contemplating what is this about. Okay, then you start gradually realizing that our ancestors did this as a ritual, as a starting point. But gradually I have to understand the significance of that. Now what will happen? The milk is no longer milk. Milk is my purified mind. Okay, ghee comes out of milk, curd, and after that this thing. So that means the purified mind, the churning of the purified mind has my buddhi has become purified. The intellect, that becomes the ghee. Okay, like that honey is the ananda, which is Paramatma. So that is my nature. Then sugar, like that each of the symbolic offering you do, they start taking inner meaning. But when you do that puja earlier in ritual, you are only getting involved in the symbolic aspect. You are not really contemplating on that. So now gradually it starts becoming a part of what you are doing is nothing outer is important. It becomes the inner become. Then it becomes a manasika puja. Bahya puja starts taking less importance. This about the process of worship. Okay, but then about the deity itself. So then you have a Ganesha, or you have a Subramanya, or various deities. So gradually you start realizing that these deities, are they persons, or are they forces, are they energies? What are they? Right? So then gradually you start understanding the divine principle behind the deity. Not just a statue, not just a sculpture. Now the deity starts taking a real inner meaning for you, not the outer meaning. Okay, so the inner meaning of the deity opens up new dimensions within you. Now as you move into this stage, the outer falls. You may do or you may not do. The importance of the outer becomes less. The importance of the inner becomes more. What you call as manasa puja. Okay, and a stage will come, even manasa puja becomes less important, because in puja, okay, there is a separation between the devotee and the divine. So then you start questioning, okay, so divine means all pervading, so it's pervading within me also. Then that up to this point, there's a manasa puja also, there's a duality. Then you start moving from duality to non-duality. So then in non-duality, there is separation between you and the divine drops, but it requires a lot of what I'm saying, inner journey. So at this stage, what will happen? Your manasa puja also stops. Bahya puja, manasa puja stops. Now you are established in the truth. So what we call as this journey from the outer ritual to the meaning of the ritual to the manasa puja to the realization. So this is what happens. Okay, now most of the people, they stay at certain level and they don't move to the next level because of their comfort zone. So some people say, I am happy with this, they don't move into the next level. Some people, when they go to Manas Puja, they are not feeling comfortable, they do only external puja, like that. But in general, the entire spirituality of Sanatana Dharma is designed for outer to the mental to the spiritual. Okay, from Bahya to Antaranga to Adhyatma. So this journey is the entire journey. And this involves a lot of, actually, like earlier, when you do ritual, lot of external activities are required. This instrument required, this thing, flower is required, the milk is required, and all. Okay. Gradually, as you move inwards, it becomes more contemplation, understanding. Then the person from Karma Kanda, he starts moving to Jnana Kanda. In between the Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda, there is actually a lot of contemplation which goes on. Okay, that's called I forgot the name, Vedic name. It's called Brahmana, Aranyaka, one more. So typically there is in between one period where the person external ritual starts becoming internalized, which is like Manasa. Then beyond that it goes to the wisdom level, which is called Jnana Kanda. That's called Upanishad in Vedanta. So somewhere each person will be at different stages of this journey. Okay. So the mind throwing up the negativity or throwing up the some aspect is essentially the outer has to start becoming inner. Inner has to become deeper. Deeper has to become the self. Atmajnana it has to result in. So this is the journey. Otherwise, what will happen? Some unaddressed part of the mind, unaddressed part of the wisdom starts throwing up the question marks. Did I answer your question? Did I answer your question?
Not completely.
Okay, what I didn't answer?
No, you have answered very well.